Hi, I'm Gail Sokol, and on today's show, we'll be talking about eating the curds.
Welcome to Baking Radio. Learn the art and science of baking with author, educator, and award-winning chef, Gail Sokol. Whether you've been baking your whole life or you're brand new to the world of baking and you're looking to build your confidence and learn new skills in the kitchen, you're in the right place. This is Baking Radio.
On today's show, we're going to be discussing the curds. And I don't mean Little Miss Muffet's curds and whey, people. I'm referring to the rich, luscious spread or filling known as a curd. If you have never ever tried a curd, you're in for a treat. Although they are quite rich and luxurious to eat, they're not difficult at all to make. This is because curds are very versatile and have very few ingredients. So let's define what a curd is. A curd is a fruit spread. It's a filling or even a topping that can be made with citrus fruits like lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, and even tangerines. A curd can even be made with passion fruit, mango, or berries. And what do you do with this luscious curd? The possibilities are endless. You can swirl curd through a cheesecake batter, fill a tart with curd, fold some curd into a bowl of whipped cream and use it as a mousse to fill a cake or tart. Curds can also be used as a filling for cookies like macarons or shortbread, even as a filling for Danish pastry. Curds can also be put on top of pancakes, waffles, or even drizzled over ice cream. So what's in a curd anyway? Curds have very few ingredients, which is quite incredible considering how rich and silky they are. You'd think that there's some magical thing, some magical ingredient in the recipe that would be responsible for its exquisite quality. And there actually is. We'll get into that in a minute. Curds originated in England in the 19th century and very often were served with scones, breads, and other pastries at afternoon tea. Curds were just an alternative for the more common jam. Excuse me. Curds always contain 4 ingredients, and usually these same 4 ingredients: egg yolks, sugar, juice from the fruit you are getting your flavor profile from, and butter. Occasionally, you may see a recipe that contains the zest from the citrus fruit, which can add to the flavor of the final curd. Egg yolks, those are the magical ingredient. They create a curd's luxurious texture. That's because yolks contain lecithin, and that's a fat. And the yolks contain all the fat of the egg, and they make great emulsifying agents that bring the water and fat-based ingredients together. To be honest, curds are simply custards. And I did a few podcasts from season 1 on the topic of custards. So don't be intimidated by curds or scared about making them. Curds are referred to as stovetop custards because they're made on top of the stove over a double boiler or bain-marie. And you know what that is, right? A saucepan that has been filled with a few inches of water and brought to a simmer or even a boil. Then the ingredients are placed into a heat-proof bowl that is set over this simmering or boiling water. It is important that the bottom of the bowl never touch the hot water or the ingredients can get too hot and curdle. The result being citrus scrambled eggs, and that sounds yucky. The bain-marie creates a more gentle heat so that the proteins in the egg don't bind too quickly, and that would make them curdle. We want them just to get close enough together that they coagulate and thicken this gorgeous curd. Now, there are some curd recipes that just throw caution to the wind and make them directly over the heat in a saucepan. No bain-marie. Can you think of it? Can you imagine? The main difference with these curd recipes is that they use the entire egg and not just the yolk. All the ingredients are heated directly in a saucepan until thickened and then poured through a sieve set over an ice water bath. So the ice water bath stops the cooking process instantly, and the sieve catches any coagulated egg that may have formed from the heat. The result? A gorgeous, thickened, rich, citrusy custard that thickens even more as it is chilled in the fridge. So once your ingredients are heating in the saucepan, I have a few curd making tips for you. Tip number 1, don't ever stop whisking. Don't ever stop whisking. I don't care if the doorbell rings. I don't care if the phone, I don't care if your house is burning down. Don't stop whisking those ingredients. Sugar and egg yolks, they make very strange bedfellows. Sugar is hygroscopic. Maybe you've heard me say that before in previous podcasts. And it will suck any water out of the yolks, creating hard little yellow bits that will affect the texture of the curd. So keep everybody moving in that saucepan. Tip number 2, don't ever allow the curd to come to a boil or you will curdle your eggs. My last tip number 3, is after putting your curd through a sieve and it cools over the ice water bath, cover the curd with a piece of plastic wrap. Yeah, directly on the curd. This will prevent a skin from forming on top. And then you can chill it for several days. You can even freeze it for up to several months. Follow these tips and you will have a stellar curd every time. If you would like 2 lovely lemon curd recipes, one with just yolks and one with the entire egg, go to my website, chefgailsokol.com. I also have 2 great videos detailing how to make these lemon curds on my YouTube channel with step-by-step instructions. So my advice to you, please eat your curds because they are delicious. On the next show, we'll be discussing fabulous frangipane. Thank you so much for listening. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, my YouTube channel, and my website, chefgailsokol.com.